Good morning. It's 8:30. We've been up since 7 when our alarms went off. The first train I think was about 5:30 a.m. Sounded one horn, and then there'd been about every half hour to an hour since. Luke says he slept really well, one of the best night sleeps he's had camping for a long time. I didn't sleep too bad, it was alright. I've still feeling a little bit kind of feverish and stuff, so I've just taken some paracetamol, and yeah, I just couldn't regulate my body temperature last night. I was hot one minute, like shivering the next, but I didn't feel cold, if that makes sense. I just couldn't stop shivering, so it was weird. And it was really hot in the tent this morning. But then as soon as I got out here, it was nice and cool. So I think the fresh air and being outside is probably going to help. I've got this British Army chocolate mint flavour hot chocolate. They're really good.
British Army one.
Yeah,
super good ones.
Plenty of energy. Oh, and then this hot cereal start with mango. I don't know what the start means. It's a good start today, I guess. There's not a lot of ingredients in it though, which is quite good. Full cream milk powder, 39% oats, sugar, and mango pieces 5%. Pretty basic. And
does that mean it's like 50% sugar then?
Possibly. I'll let you know the taste. That's nice. You could do with maybe a little bit more water in it, but that's alright. I've used up all the water now. Then we'll refill the closer we get to Maidstone, which isn't that far away. I'm going to pack the tents away soon, and we're going to go and explore the little pillbox that's just behind us. It's not bricked up, so we can get in there, and then we'll be on our way. And now we're going to go and have a quick look in this World War II pillbox.
It's fucking well wet.
Is it? Ah, great. That's why they didn't bother sealing the door up then. Let's see what we can see in there anyway. Oh yeah. I'll stick the flash on. Go. Yeah, there's loads of standing water in here.
Smell?
It's not too bad. Oh, there's a massive spider web there. Right, if we go, lean against this supporting wall. Oh. It's actually really clean though. Like there's no graffiti in it, no rubbish at all. It's one of the cleaner pillboxes you'll see. There's like tree roots growing through the gun slits. Yeah, look, it's all standing water. You need a pair of wellies for this. Doesn't smell though. Right, let's get back out. Yeah, very clean otherwise. Oh, Luke's going to have a look in there now. Yeah, very good condition apart from the flooding. See if we can see some more around the side. Oh, it looks like there's a massive shit here. That looks human. I found a human shit. That looks human to me, definitely. Path is literally just there, and the river's there, so enough talking. Let's get walking to Maidstone, the county town of Kent. Nettlestead Place is a well restored 14th to 15th century house and now a wedding venue. The 10 acres of fine gardens are open occasionally under the National Gardens scheme. Only the tower of the nearby church of St Mary's survives from the original of around 1300, the rest having been rebuilt in the 15th century at the expense of the Pimp family, occupants of Nettlestead Place, to accommodate a collection of stained glass which is widely admired. However, the windows were badly damaged by a great storm in 1763, and not all of them were perfectly restored. Wateringbury seems most famous for a wooden mace known as the dumb boar shoulder, which hangs in the church. A boar shoulder was an elected official, and until 1748 it was apparently the practice in the local manor of Char to elect this mace rather than a human being, although it was given a human deputy to speak on its behalf. It was reported in an Edinburgh Review article of 1820 that this wooden magistrate discharged his duties as efficiently as many other country justices. This gleaming white mansion, known as Barham Court, is prominently visible when looking north from Teesend Bridge across the railway. William Wilberforce was a regular guest of Lady Barham, and it's thought that a meeting here in 1783 with the local rector, who had been a naval chaplain in the West Indies, kindled his concern to abolish slavery. Until 1996, the village of East Barming's main claim to fame appeared to be the only timber-built vehicular bridge on the Medway, which famously collapsed in 1914 when a traction engine was taken across it. In 1996, the bridge was replaced with a less picturesque but stronger steel bridge, also known as Kettle Bridge. The village of East Farley's main claim to fame is its medieval bridge, some say the finest in southern England. It was over this bridge that General Fairfax led his troops to defeat royalist forces in Maidstone in 1648. The village has a long history starting in Roman times, when ragstone was quarried nearby for use in London buildings. It is mentioned in the Domesday Book as Falaga, and in the early 19th century 2 of William Wilberforce's sons were vicars here. Thought I'd draw your attention to this. We're on the outskirts of Maidstone now, and Luke says it's been 16 miles since we saw a bin.
Can't recall seeing any.
What, since Tunbridge? We must have seen the odd one.
There might have been one in Yalding. No, I don't think there was one in Yalding.
No, literally since our camp, since we broke camp this morning, we haven't seen a bin to get rid of our rubbish from camping.
And we've been through like 3 or 4 little town villages.
Yeah, that is the first one. Seriously, Kent, sort it out.
None at the locks. You would have thought there'd be some at the locks, but
Yeah, nothing. And I mean, like that bit along there, just past these swanky riverside apartments, like, no offence, it's a shithole. There's so much rubbish there, and you think that's probably why there's a littering problem then. So most people are too lazy to take their own rubbish with them. More bins, please. Maidstone is, of course, the county town of Kent, and although the name is Saxon, there has been a settlement here since Roman times. As we enter the town along the riverside, we will pass an elegant modern footbridge leading to All Saints Church and the Archbishop's Palace. The palace once belonged to the Wyatt family, but like Allington Castle, was forfeited to the crown when Thomas Wyatt the Younger rebelled against Mary I. So we just stopped at this little riverside cafe here. The bloke was really friendly, really helpful, and we've got like, it's like Kelly's Cornish ice cream, like the best ice cream you can get. So we've got this like vanilla one, Luke's got Rocky Road, we've got an Oreo ice cream sandwich each, and then a couple of bottles of drink as well for the rest of the walk across Maidstone. This was a good idea, well needed, and he said he can fill up one of our water bottles as well, so quid's in. Okay, I've got an update for you. So we've stopped at that cafe and they do river boat trips up to Allington Lock where we're going, and it's like a 1 hour return trip, but we asked the people that run it, could you drop us off at Allington Lock, and they went, yeah sure, that's absolutely fine, pay on the boat and then get off at Allington Lock. So it will save us a bit of time because we're in a bit of a rush. We're still going to be following the river, of course, so we'll still get to see everything. We'll just get there a bit quicker. So we're doing it in style, yeah, exactly. So yeah, some of you are going to say it's cheating, but I don't know. Anyway, this should be good fun. Right. So at the back of the boat here, there's a fully licensed bar. Sponsored by Foster's. We wouldn't want a warm one, would you? So what we're going to do is get a pint on the boat here. Brilliant. Yeah, go on then. I'm game. You are. Right. Get your drinks in. Southern Comfort lemonade on the boat.
About a beer.
This is brilliant. I am so glad we chose to do this. This has just made day 2 so much easier. On our left we will just about be able to see Allington Castle through the trees. Parts date back to early Norman times, but most was rebuilt in the late 15th century by Sir Stephen de Penchester, and further alterations were undertaken after Sir Thomas Wyatt acquired the castle in around 1493. Sir Thomas's son, also Thomas, led a failed revolt against Mary Tudor in 1554. He was executed, Allington was seized, the rest of the family emigrated to America, and the castle fell into disrepair. The mountaineer Lord Conway acquired and restored the castle between 1906 and 1937. From 1951 until 1999, it was occupied by Carmelite nuns under the auspices of the Carmelite Priory that still survives at Aylesford. The castle has been restored yet again by the current owner. It hosts occasional weddings, and it is currently possible to visit on a boat trip from Maidstone, but it is not otherwise open to the public. The locks upstream of Maidstone are mainly in remote countryside or quiet villages.
Allington Lock, however, is a bustling venue with a restaurant, a tea room, many moored boats and often groups of canoeists in brightly coloured life jackets paddling up and down the river above the lock. It is unusual too in having a lock keeper from the Environment Agency, which also offers chalet accommodation overlooking the lock for holiday makers.
And there we go, so we just got off the tour boat here at Allington Lock. That was really good. It was, I think, £9 each for both of us. I mean, it sounds like a lot of money, but you know, there was a bar on board, although that cost us as well, but well worth it, and it saved us so much time, so well worth doing. So it turns around here and goes back to the point in Maidstone we picked it up. It's the Kentish lady. Staff on it were really friendly, really accommodating, and we had loads of people asking us like what we're doing, what are we filming, and just out of interest really. But yeah, really useful, absolutely brilliant. So it's about 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. I think it's safe to say that that's given us a new lease of life, because we were flagging, me especially, and I think jumping on the boat and basically doing the exact same route up the river has saved us a lot of time, a lot of energy, and yeah, that's worked in our favour. And we still got to film and see everything that we would have done from the riverside footpath. We literally went along the riverside footpath but on the boat on the river, so yeah, win-win. It's not cheating, I don't care. People will say it's cheating, but it's not.
Spontaneous.
It was spontaneous, yeah, and it was just, I think it makes a bit better content as well, you know. We threw in a boat trip for you as well.
Yeah, you owe us £4.50 each.
Yeah. What was it? Is it £9? It was £9 each, wasn't it?
No, it's £9 return each, but we only went one way, so it's £4.50 each.
Oh really? Okay then, there we go. So we saved even more money. That's brilliant. Yeah, no, really good people on there that run it, and yeah, did us a real favour there. Top stuff.
Claimed to be the oldest continuously occupied village, Aylesford owes its antiquity to being the site of the lowest ford across the Medway. In 455 AD, the Battle of Aylesford took place here, or perhaps not far away, below Bluebell Hill. The invading Jutes under Hengist and Horsa took on the natives under Vortigern, or perhaps his son Vortimer. Possibly the Britons won, and possibly they didn't, but Horsa died and Hengist went on to certain victory over the Britons at the Battle of Crayford in 457 AD. Built in 1390, the bridge is the oldest on the river, but the middle span was enlarged in the 19th century to accommodate the increasing river traffic.
As you can probably guess, we've arrived in the absolutely lovely oldie-woldy village of Aylesford, with its ancient medieval stone bridge, church in the background, all the old half-timbered houses and whatnot. Have we sort of come off the Medway Valley Walk, or
no.
Are we? No, we're still on it, but we're going to head to the pub so we can get a drink and get some water for camp tonight. But we're not that far from Snodland. We've got a few more miles, but we should make it before it gets dark.
The Friars, otherwise known as Aylesford Priory, is a Carmelite priory and was founded here in around 1242 when returning Crusader Lord Richard Grey provided sites for priories on his estates both here and at Horn in Northumberland. The Friars were evicted when Henry VIII dissolved the monasteries and the buildings passed into secular hands until reacquired by the Carmelites in 1949. The medieval buildings, some much damaged by a fire in 1930, were restored and a new church built. Many of the buildings are let out for conferences, while the grounds are open to the public, with a popular tea room open daily in a thatched 17th century barn.
We've been walking along these just desolate concrete tracks for ages since Aylesford. We've gone past sewage works, like solar panel farm. There's like literally no sign of life here. There's just loads of unkept woodland and like scrubland, just wasteland really, that you could easily camp in. No one would know you're here. We've seen hardly anyone. One person. And we're this close to Maidstone and Rochester, and then we've just seen through the hedge here Old Church Road. So this used to be like a main road or something. We've seen like crash barriers like that you get on like motorways and dual carriageways, all kinds of weird stuff. It's a really surreal part of the walk, this. And then we're heading up that way, and that's up to, is it Old Burham Church?
Yeah.
And then out to sort of like the river. Yeah, what a weird place. I mean, it's just like these odd factories that look like no one works there. I mean, we've just seen one car leaving, but that's it. Just all kinds of like odd stuff. It's just very bleak out here. You probably get like off-roaders and motocross, maybe green laners, and that's it. Horse riders, because I've seen a lot of horse shit, but it's just really strange. Over there, I think over there is Bluebell Hill. I know that's all the North Downs anyway. Me and Luke of course walked the North Downs way together a couple of years ago.
The village of Burham was originally located around the old church, close to the river and adjacent to the Medway Valley Walk. The Domesday Book records 42 households, 15 villagers, 20 smallholders and 7 slaves. Slavery was common in Anglo-Saxon England, but was gradually phased out by the Norman conquerors, and by 1120 AD it was gone. The village was at a popular crossing point on the Medway for travellers using the Pilgrim's Way, a ferry carrying them to or from nearby Snodland. The village was transformed in 1852 when Thomas Cubitt established a brickworks here. It was highly mechanised and has been described as the most advanced brickworks in the world, producing up to 30 million bricks a year. Cubitt was an architect and builder responsible for much development in Bloomsbury and for parts of Buckingham Palace and Osborne House. He developed modern, efficient building practices and needed a reliable source of quality bricks. New houses for the workers were built higher up the valley, where the Windmill pub and bus stop are now to be found. Few traces of the brickworks now remain.
It's 7:30 and we've come a cropper with our spot for camping tonight. This isn't ideal, but we're sort of on this little like peninsula of kind of, I don't know what it is, wasteland, drainage sort of area and stuff, and it sort of goes around, and then over there is the village of Snodland and the big factory of Smurfit Kappa. The Medway here has got lots of like these high reeds, so you can barely see the river. There's this footpath all the way along here. Couldn't really camp on that. I don't really want to camp down next to the drainage ditch because the cold air will settle lower and it'll just look crap as well. But we have found this spot. Literally, it's just off the path. Like, it's on the path, but it's like a couple of metres off it, if you know what I mean. And it is sheltered out the wind, but you can't really see the river. The river's the other side of the bushes and stuff. It's not the best end to the Medway Valley Walk in terms of the camping, but it's all about the walk really, isn't it? Not the camp. That's really the only option we've got. There is literally nowhere else to camp. We've looked. We thought this was actually going to be the best spot, out of the two. It turns out the shit spot that we thought it was, well, we thought it was shit last night, actually was the best one. So we take it back. It's got a 7 out of 10 now. And this definitely got to be a 3 out of 10.
Be fair, as long as I have a night's sleep,
You're
I'm
past.
knackered. That's all I care
We
about.
are knackered, yeah, that is true. But I'm still thinking about it from like YouTuber, content creator perspective. I'm like, oh, I want to get a nice view and a nice photo in the morning and all that. And yeah, we're doing a river walk, and we've not really camped next to the river at all, have we? It sucks, but it is what it is. So it's fine. It's all right.
We're doing it though. That's the main thing.
We're doing it exactly. Yeah. So.
We didn't cheat on a boat.
Anyways, right, let's get some food and a tea going here. Like, you can solve everything with those two things. As if it couldn't get any worse, we was literally about to start cooking and it's just started raining. I mean, a few drops of rain in there, but it's foreboding. So that's kind of settled it, really. We're just going to set the tents up here, because if it starts lashing it down or something, at least we can sit in the tents and cook. Not ideal. What a shit end to the weekend, honestly. Like, failing this, one of us gets injured and the other one gets arrested. Well, it's certainly not the best spot an OEX tent has ever been pitched in. Any tent for that matter, really, but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to take the crunchy with the smooth. You want the silver, you got to be prepared to take the lead. So you got an Environment Agency sign above my tent. There's all these like water insects as well, like little gnat things flying around. I've just noticed. Here's Nat King Cole. Here's the footpath. Like, my head is there, so someone will probably kick me head in the night. And this peninsula goes all the way around from Burham Old Church there, where we were earlier, all the way around here. It's the same. Reeds, you know, little channel there, this sort of high walkway, Reeds River. So there's nothing around there. And plus you're near a Smurfit Kappa as well over there. That's going to be a lovely view tonight when all the lights come on. There's, as I say, the church at Snodland. It's not windy.
But that's one of the bonuses of this place.
Yeah, it's not windy. And it is flat as well. But, like, I've pitched my tent so that the door opens out onto one of these, like, thistle stinging nettle things. I'm just going to put my mat down on it. I'm past caring. I only found that out as I was putting the fly sheet on. I was like, do you know what? I don't care anymore. So yeah, that's it. These tents have been fantastic. They're great little tents. Me and Luke have got exactly the same. I can't say enough good things about them. Apart from, they're a little bit low. If it was a little bit higher, you could probably maybe sit up in them and they'd still be low profile and stealthy. And they pitch inner first. So if it rains and you're setting up in the rain, your inner gets wet. No one wants a wet inner. Well, it's been a little while since I last spoke to you, but it's probably coming up to about 11 now. I think Luke's going to sleep. We're each in our respective tents. We managed to cook and eat dinner, and then it started raining again. So we got in our tents and basically set up all the inside stuff, the sleeping stuff in here, and it's quite cramped to do that. To inflate a full length mat in here and get changed as well into sleeping gear that's quite an achievement anyway, but we managed it. I've just been sat in here with a tea, and yeah, I think we're in here for the rest of the night now until the morning. There's a little bit, Luke's just farted. There's a little bit of rain still. You might just be able to hear it on the tent. There was a lot earlier on. Really nice though, really relaxing. Yeah, still a little bit of rain out there, so we've sort of been confined to the tents, which is fine. Don't mind that. It's really warm and comfy in here though. The foot warmers are keeping my feet really warm.
I think we're going to get a good night's sleep. We're out of the wind here. It's in like a little sheltered spot, which is good. Not felt like doing much tonight. The rain kind of helped us decide that. We just set up, had a quick bite to eat, and then just got in the tents and chilling out really. I say we're both absolutely knackered, and only 7.5 miles to go tomorrow to Rochester. So enough yawning, and I'll see you in the morning. Night everyone.